Hi there, my name is Eric Frank. I work for Deschutes Brewery. I'm responsible for the marketing side of our expansion states in 2014 and also a whole lot of education for the brewery. So Central Oregon is essentially high desert, a lot of sagebrush and juniper there. It's a very dry climate, actually experiences about 300 days of sun a year. And the really cool thing is that you can ski in Bend in April on the mountain and then come down the mountain and get on the golf course and play a round of 18 in 60 degrees potentially. We are excited to launch Ohio and Kentucky, our 24th and 25th states after 25 years.
Hi, I'm Chris Emmons, Director of Beer Sales for Rampant Brands and Heidelberg Distributing. The Deschutes acquisition has brought a lot of light to Rampant Brands and what we're trying to build in Ohio and Kentucky. Gary Fish, the founder of Deschutes, had no intentions in 1988 of ever selling beer in Ohio. So it's a big accomplishment for them. The class of '88, it has Great Lakes, Rogue, Brooklyn, Deschutes, a lot of big breweries that has made it through the bubble of the mid-90s and are still here today putting out quality beer.
Our flagship beer, the beer that started it all for Deschutes Brewery, is a beer called Black Butte Porter. It is the best-selling porter in the country. And it's super smooth. It doesn't drink like a dark beer. It's got some really nice coffee and chocolate notes. Rampant Pale Ale. This beer is something a little more delicate than a lot of the big pale ales out there. A lot of the pales these days are almost IPAs. And this is a beer that isn't quite as big as a lot of those. It's something a little more delicate, something a little more sessionable in my opinion. Ultimately very smooth, very balanced, very refreshing. And this is a beer I think also like Black Butte Porter that you can drink anytime, all the time. If you want big hops, if you want that IPA pedigree, that profile, all that bitterness, something to make your cheeks vibrate, Inversion IPA is the IPA lover's IPA. A Red Chair Northwest Pale Ale. When we first designed this beer, it was a little bigger than a lot of the pale ales out there, but it wasn't quite as big as a lot of the IPAs out there. Somewhere in the middle. And so rather than try and call it an IPA or a pale, we decided to call it a Northwest Pale Ale, somewhere right kind of in the middle, because there are an awful lot of pale ales out there that are big, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. It's also a very smooth, balanced beer. There's some great citrus punch to this beer. It really kind of knocks you right in the teeth. And ultimately, I feel like this is kind of like an entry-level IPA. It's the perfect beer to introduce to people who are looking to get into the IPA category. We are launching the entire state and all of the wet counties in Kentucky. It's a big deal. Ohio and Kentucky are a big deal.